So let's go ahead and find a comfortable position on our back. You can extend your legs out long, just like a Shavasana, letting your heels touch, toes fall open. You can also butterfly your knees out, bringing the soles of your feet to touch. You're welcome to rest your hands by your side, palms facing up. Or you can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Focusing here on your breath. Is this volume okay? Can we turn it down a little bit more? Okay, awesome. I went to grab my one dog. He's barking at the cat. All right, so from here, maybe setting an intention for class today. Focusing here on your breath. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe finding an intention for what you're thankful for this year. Maybe what you're looking forward to in 2025. Expanding your ribs in all directions on your inhale. Letting it all go on your exhale. Turn it down just a little bit. Counting your breaths. Counting up to 20. 1 is inhale. 2 is exhale. Continuing with that breath. Allowing your body to melt into your mat. If you're holding any tension in your hips or your knees or your ankles, just let it go. Relaxing your limbs. Rise, belly falls. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your feet out long, reach your arms along overhead. Create a tiny arch in your lower back. From here, walking your feet over to the left side of your mat. Lifting your left leg, placing your left ankle over the right. Walking your upper body over to the left side. Shoulders, ribs, fingertips all reaching over to the left side. Left hand grabs right wrist. Bending over to the left side, creating a banana shape with your body over to the left. Both hips and shoulders to stay pressed into the floor. Holding here and breathing. Keeping your upper body over to the left side, gently release your left leg next to the right. This time lift your right leg up, crossing your right ankle over the left. Still trying to keep both hips and both shoulders pressed into the floor. Crescent moon shape with your body over to the left side. Flexing your ankles, flexing your hips. Relaxing your shoulders. Holding here for a few more breaths. Gently come back to center. Reach your arms and legs long in opposite directions, creating that tiny arch in your lower back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. You're welcome to grab a strap here. We're going to find happy baby. Grabbing the back side, maybe the outside of your feet. You can roll side to side if that feels comfortable. Lower back stays pressed in towards the floor. Maybe coming into ninja baby. You can do any happy baby variation that feels comfortable for you, with or without a strap. If you did ninja baby on one side, gently pulling the opposite leg in and switching sides. Maybe coming to a wide leg straddle. Any of these variations, if you're flowing through them, holding it for several breaths, or just staying in your happy baby. Back stays pressed in towards the floor. Gently coming back to your happy baby with the right knee in towards the right shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. Release your left leg long. Single leg happy baby. That left leg can hover. Maybe it gently grazes the floor. Flexing your left foot to press your calf closer towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch. Gently release the bind around your right ankle and bind your hands either above your shin or underneath your right thigh, continuing to flex your left leg long, drawing your right heel close up towards your right glute. You can point, flex, circle out that right ankle, drawing that right knee up and over towards the right shoulder, avoiding that rib cage. Wherever you're at, holding still for a couple breaths, allowing your shoulders to melt in towards the floor on each exhale. And let it all go. With your left hand, guide your right knee along the center and over to the left side of your body. Maybe bringing a block or that bolster underneath your right knee towards the floor. You can continue to gaze up towards the ceiling or gently twisting a little bit deeper over your right shoulder. Maybe reaching your right arm long. You can bend your right elbow. Coming into supine twist on the right side. Each inhale, think about lengthening your spine. On the exhale, think about twisting. Reaching your fingertips further away from your right knee. Continuing to hold. Maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Maybe coming back to that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of class. Your next full exhale, let it all go. On your next inhale, gently come back through center. Drop both of your knees in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. You're welcome to grab shins or the back side of your thighs. Maybe tucking your chin in towards your chest. You can sway from side to side if that feels comfortable. Back to the center. Reach your arms and legs long, opposite direction. Create that tiny arch. Once again, your lower back. Far past the crown of your head. Toes reaching long in the opposite direction. Full inhale. Full exhale. On your next full inhale, gently walking your feet over to the right side of your mat. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, release your right ankle to the outside of your left ankle. Gently walk your shoulders, your hands over to the right side, maybe slightly off of your mat. Right hand grabs left wrist. Deep side bend over to the right side. Creating that crescent moon shape, this time over to the right side of your mat. Trying to keep both hips, both shoulders pressed in towards the floor. Bicep frames your left ear. With your right hand gently pulling your left arm a little bit further on each inhale. On the exhale, sink that left shoulder a little bit closer towards the floor. Holding here for several more breaths. And your next full exhale, gently let it all go. Inhale as you lift your right leg. Exhale as you release it to meet the left. Inhale, lift your left leg high, crossing your left ankle over the outside of your right ankle. Deeper stretch for your hips. Continuing to keep the bind, right hand grabs left wrist. Continuing to lengthen that left arm long, up and over to the right side. Holding here, breathing. Holding the poses much longer than a vinyasa allows you to really gain the benefits of the poses. Lengthening on the inhales, sinking deeper into your stretch, into your mat on the exhales. Both hips to stay pressed in towards your mat. graceful inhale, gently come back through center. Reach your arms and legs along the opposite direction. Tiny arch in your lower back. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest, grabbing the back side of your thighs, maybe grabbing the outer knife edge. Great opportunity to use that strap if you'd like. Coming back to your happy baby. Finding any variation here that feels comfortable for you. You can roll side to side. You can come to a wide leg straddle. Maybe drawing the soles of the feet to touch. Maybe coming back to that ninja baby. Trying to hold each variation for 3 to 5 breaths. Gently coming back to happy baby with the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. This time we're going to release our right foot, allowing your right leg to come long, opposite of your head along the mat. Continuing to hold the back side of your left thigh or the outer knife edge of your left foot. Flexing your right foot to press your calf closer towards the floor. Gently release the bind of your left foot or your left thigh and bind your hands underneath your left shin. Continuing to flex the right foot, maybe point, flex, circle out the left ankle. Left knee is tracking up and out towards the left shoulder, avoiding your rib cage. You're welcome to also use a strap here around your left shin. Gently holding that left leg or foot straight or still, just holding and breathing here. Maybe allowing those shoulders to fall in towards your mat. Gently releasing your bind, and with your right hand, gently guide your left knee through the center of your body and over to the right side. You're welcome to use any of those props, blocks, bolster underneath your left knee. Maybe your left knee touches the floor without using any props. You can continue to keep your gaze up towards the ceiling, looking over your left shoulder to deepen that stretch. You can reach your left arm long. You can bend your left elbow, bringing your palm up towards the ceiling. On your inhales, lengthening the crown of your head, opposite of your right toes. And on your exhales, reaching your left fingertips, then left knee long in opposite direction, creating that deeper twist. Supine twist on the left side. Holding here for a few more breaths. On each exhale, gently release that left shoulder closer towards the floor. On your next inhale, gently come back through center. Draw both knees in towards your chest. Curl yourself into a tight ball. Maybe tucking your chin towards your chest. You can cross your ankles or keep your feet parallel. We're going to rock and roll along our spine a few times, or you can come up on the first time. Gently find a comfortable seated position. From here, allowing your soles of your feet to come in towards one another. You can place the blocks underneath your knees. Keep them elevated, or you can allow them to fall in towards the earth. Grabbing that bolster or that pillow, gently placing it long ways between your heels and your hips, unfolding that bolster forward, resting your chin or your forehead on that pillow. If your pillow's not very sturdy like mine is, you can also stack those blocks, one or two, or you can even do more than two, and then resting your forehead or your chin on that top block. Close or as far away from your body. You can release your hand on your ankles, on your knees. And just relaxing here in butterfly pose. Your eyes up, releasing your forehead or your chin from any of those props, and setting those props off to the side. We're going to extend our legs out straight. You rocking your sit bones from side to side. Great opportunity for a strap. You can have the legs straight. You can create a bend in the knees. You're welcome to place a block or two underneath your knees. Using that strap, place it around the arch of your foot with both feet. Inhale with a long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Bringing the crown of your head towards your big toe. elbows towards the floor, coming into seated caterpillar. On each inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, fold a little bit deeper towards your toes. Gaze upright as you'd like. If you'd like to add a little bit more length, if you have short legs like me, you can always place 1 or 2 blocks under the soles of your feet and then place that strap around the block, creating a little additional length. Same thing, inhale as you lengthen, exhale, fold forward. You can always come back to starting position and reset at any time. Great stretch for your lower back and the back side of your legs, hamstrings, calves, and your Achilles. And each exhale, maybe noticing getting a little bit closer towards your toes. Pulling a little bit deeper on each exhale. With your next full inhale, gently release your body, that strap. Slowly roll up. Set any of those props off to the side. From here, still with both legs directly out in front, we're going to come to a wide leg straddle line of seated dragonfly. You'll be rocking your sit bones side to side. Your legs can be straight. Same options here. You can bend the knees. Maybe placing a block to the inside or underneath your knees. I like to use the blocks here personally under my palms. With a long spine, inhale, lengthen. And gently walking your palms or your blocks further out in front. Toes start to rock towards the floor. Gently draw your arches open. Trying to bring your arches up towards the ceiling. Rotating your outer thighs towards the floor. Hold it here and we walk out another inch or two. Continuing to press those arches open. Elbows or the arms can be straight. Forward fold with a long spine. Always okay to reset and come back into the pose. Mindful of your arches. Starting to round your spine. Lengthen your spine, lengthen the crown of your head up at a diagonal, and then come back to that forward fold. Notice any sensations that you feel in your outer hips, maybe the inside of your thighs, maybe your calves. Relax your shoulders. Full exhale, let it all go. On your next inhale, gently rock your hands or your blocks back to center, keeping the left leg long. Go ahead and bend your right knee, bringing the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. You can keep it bent in that left leg or keep it straight. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, side bend over to the left side. Left hand comes to the inside of your left leg. Right arm comes up high overhead. Stacking that right shoulder over the left. Great use of the strap in this pose is by taking that strap, bringing it around the arch of your left foot, and with your right hand, grab as high or as low to that strap as you'd like. Release the left hand to the inside and draw that right arm up and overhead, just as if you're trying to peer out underneath your right armpit. To deepen this stretch with this strap, gently walk your hand closer down that strap toward your feet. Continuing to open up your chest and your shoulder by keeping that right shoulder stacked over the left. Deep stretch for the right oblique. On your next inhale, release your body of that strap. Gently rise up. Set that strap off to the side. Release that block off behind your right hip. Place your right hand on that block. Sweep your left arm high, sweep your hips up. Press your hips up and forward, left arm comes back. Hold it here for one more breath. Slowly release your hips down. Sweep both arms up high. Look over the left leg. Flex your left toes. Fold forward, framing your left leg. You can use that strap around the arch of your left foot. This time you want your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Left arm to the outside of your left leg. You can place that block underneath your left knee, creating a tiny bend in that left leg. Likewise, you can place that block behind your left foot, bringing that strap behind that block, folding forward. Keeping your shoulders parallel, but try pulling that right shoulder a little bit closer towards your right knee or towards the floor. Breath. Release your spine as you inhale, rise up. Switching, keep your right leg in. Actually, let's do one extra thing. Cross your left foot in front of the right, so your left sole of your foot will come basically to your right shin. And rock your sit bones side to side, make sure they're both on the floor. You can grab those blocks under your hands if you'd like, then just gently walking out. This is a great hip flexor stretch, folding forward. Left leg is just gently in front of the right. Your feet can be as close or as far away from your hips. One more breath. Full inhale. Full exhale. Your hands back through center. And this time, keeping the left leg in. Extend your right leg out long. Adjust your left leg if you need to, bringing it closer in towards your right thigh. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to the inside of your right leg. Left arm comes up high overhead. You can have a bend in that right knee. You can keep it straight. You can place a block behind your right foot, or you're just placing that strap along the sole of your right foot or behind that block. Grabbing both into that strap with your left arm and then sweeping that left arm up high overhead. And set that block off to the side for this one. And with that left arm coming up high overhead, left bicep to left ear, opening up, looking out under your left shoulder, under your left armpit. Right hand stays to the inside of your right foot. And when you're ready, you can walk your left arm closer down that strap towards your right toes. Deep stretch for that left oblique. Feeling it all along the left side. Allowing that left hip to stay pressed in towards the floor. Here for one more breath. Gently release your bind of that strap. Set it off to the side. Grab that block down the lowest setting. Place it to the outside of your left hip. Place your left hand on that block. Sweep your hips high. Reach your right arm back at that diagonal, pressing your hips forward. Hold it here for one more breath. Gently release your hips down. Slow and steady. Sweep both arms up high. Gently rotate, framing that right foot. You can use that strap. Option, use that block behind your right foot if you like. Folding forward, framing that right leg. Try to rotate that left shoulder a little bit closer towards your left knee or towards your mat. Lengthening your fingertips closer towards your toes, maybe past your toes. On your exhale, think about folding further closer in towards your knee. Out that block underneath your right knee, with or without that strap. A bend in that right knee or in your elbows. Full inhale, release the bind of that strap. Slowly rise on up, keeping that left knee bent. This time crossing that right foot just gently in front of the left. So the sole of your right foot is coming in towards your left shin. Maybe using those blocks, you can use them on the other side. Inhale with the long spine, both sit bones pressed in towards the floor. And then allow yourself to walk forward, folding deeper in towards the floor. Taking note of how this side may feel different than the other side. Just gently gazing down towards the floor. Breath. Walking your hands with or without blocks back to center. From here, we're going to find child's pose. So Mindy, you can use that bolster underneath your knees if you'd like. If it becomes too much, just let me know and we can transition into another pose. Allowing your knees to fall wide, sinking your toes together, allowing your forehead to come down towards the floor. You can also place a block underneath your forehead, bringing the earth a little bit closer. Likewise, if your head is on the floor, you can place the blocks underneath your wrist, creating space between your shoulders. Each inhale, think about lengthening the crown of your head closer to the top of the mat. Sinking your hips closer in towards your heels. Walk your hands with or without blocks over to the left side, maybe slightly off of your mat. Place your left hand to the outside of your left knee, and then press into your left palm, pressing your right shoulder closer in towards the floor. Back to center. Walking your hands this time over to the right side, maybe slightly off of your mat. Placing your right hand to the outside of your right knee on the floor on a block, and then pressing into your right palm, allowing your left shoulder to come a little bit closer towards the floor. Place your right hand back to meet the left. Come back through center. From here, if you had your hands on blocks, go ahead and set them off to the side, reaching your fingertips back out long. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, thread it under your left side body, and just planting your right cheek or ear on the floor. Continuing to reach your left arm closer to the top of your mat, sinking your hips closer in towards your heels. Alternatively, you can release your left hand and bind it around towards your right hip, opening up your left shoulder. Here for one more breath. Gently release your bind. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, release your right hand to the left. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Deep inhale. On your exhale, thread your left arm under and through the right side body, allowing your left ear or cheek to come to the floor, maybe to a block if that's more comfortable. Reaching your right fingertips close to the top of your mat and actively pressing your hips in towards your heels. You're welcome to stay here with your right arm long. You can bind your right hand around towards your left hip, opening up your right shoulder. Release your bind. Inhale, sweep your left arm high. Exhale, release it down to meet the right. Walking your hands in towards your knees, coming to your left or right hip, and then coming onto your bottom. Setting that bolster off to the side. And then from here, with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor, reach your fingertips long past your toes, slowly rolling back. Think one vertebrae at a time, slow and steady. Continuing to reach your arms long, over your knees, over your thighs, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way to the crown of your head. Tap to the floor, tap your thumbs overhead, and then bring your arms stacked down by your hips. Walk your heels in close towards your hips. Grab a block, and on the lowest setting, squeeze your glutes as you lift your hips up, placing that block on the lowest setting underneath your hips, allowing your hips to sink into the floor, into that block. You are more than welcome to stay here with your feet on the floor. If you'd like, you can lift one leg at a time up towards the ceiling. For supported legs up the wall, you can also release your fingers up, maybe point flex. Circle out your ankles, your wrist. Bending one leg at a time until both soles of your feet touch the floor. Gently release your hands by your sides. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your hips. Setting that block off to the side. Draw your legs out long. Heels touch. Toes fall open. Coming into your final resting pose. If you want to find fish, it's one of my favorite poses right now, support fish. Take a block, place it long ways, just where your spine is. You might need to readjust it a little bit. You can always set any of the props aside. Coming into your final resting pose for your Shavasana. Pinky thumbs out. And wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. use any props. Gently come on up, setting those props off to the side. And finding your comfortable seated position. You can come back to that butterfly pose, crisscross applesauce. Sweep both arms up high. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your gaze. Spread your fingertips wide, drawing your shoulders down and back as if you're trying to squeeze a pencil between your shoulder blades. Hold it for one more breath. Inhale, reach both arms up high. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee. Left hand is gently behind you on the floor on a block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you on the floor on a block. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, looking over your right shoulder. Center, both arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Fantastic work today. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. Have a wonderful rest of your new year. Namaste. You're so welcome. Thank you.